Is it okay to pick at wounds that have already healed, if it might make them heal better? That was the first entry in an iCloud note I started when I was 15 called The Thought Notebook. There are hundreds of entries in that iCloud note, all ranging in profundity and cringe. After all, I was 15 when I began The Thought Notebook. I was dramatic and hormonal as hell. It's been 6 years since that first entry, and things are different now. I'm older now, old enough to legally drink. I'm not too into alcohol, but as a kid, I'd always wondered what it was like to be drunk. The other day, I accidentally found out after having some wine on an empty stomach. I didn't feel anything at first, but then my head started to feel heavy and I felt my consciousness begin to lag. I don't think I was completely drunk, but I was tipsy for sure. I went home and started eating peanut butter straight out the jar. I don't even like peanut butter that much. I also couldn't stop laughing. Everything was funny to me. Eventually, to get some actual food in me, I ordered a turkey wrap and a muffin from a deli nearby. I wanted to drive and pick it up, but that seemed like a bad idea, so I had it delivered. I ate my food, took a nap, woke up a few hours later, and just like that, I had recovered. I had healed. That kind of healing is simple enough. Healing from physical afflictions, a drunken state, or a broken bone. There's always an answer to when we'll be okay again. Estimations. Several hours or several months. But what seems to put us down the worst is the kind of afflictions that no one else can see. The kind of afflictions that can be just as detrimental as those that can be seen, without a satisfactory answer to when we'll be okay once again. Somewhere in the Thought Notebook, there's an entry that reads, "Heartbreak is a violent crime." Heartbreak by means of romantic betrayal, that is. And I guess I came to that conclusion as a result of all the ways I've seen heartbreak depicted in media, and the way I've seen it take people out of commission in real life. I have no experience with genuine heartbreak of that sort, but I imagine that heartbreak can feel like attending a funeral alone. You're probably left devastated by the loss of what you had, what you thought you had, and what you could have had all at once. It's like attending a funeral alone because no one else is in a state of grief over the loss. The loss is yours alone, so no other mourners are in attendance. It's just you and the open casket containing the memories, the photos, the plans for the future, the corpse of the relationship. Naturally, you dwell on what's inside and wonder about your past, present, and future. You wonder if and when things will get better. Meanwhile, the dwelling isn't helpful. It only makes things worse. But that fact is subtly disregarded, as the objective isn't necessarily to make things better, but to lie around waiting for things to get better on their own. But that is the primary distinction between tangible and intangible wounds. The intangible ones don't always get better on their own, and for that reason there's no telling when or if we'll fully recover from them in the aftermath. Some people don't, and instead opt to navigate the world internally disabled. The intangible nature of these particular wounds makes it easy to hide them from others and ourselves, and sometimes that's what we choose to do. Why pick at a wound if it has already healed, even if it's healed improperly, when we can turn a blind eye instead, and take solace in the ambiguous probability that they could heal properly if we would only face them? 15-year-old me didn't know the answer to that question. He also didn't know what it was like to be drunk, but he wondered what it was like to be drunk, just as he wondered what the answer to that question was. I'm 21 now, things are different now, and I may have the answers that 15-year-old me was looking for. Firstly, well, you don't really feel anything at first. Then your head starts to feel heavy and your consciousness begins to lag. Everything seems funny and suddenly you start to consume spoonfuls of peanut butter like yogurt, and you don't even like peanut butter that much. Also, your feet feel kind of far away from your face. Secondly, if you feel as though a wound from your past hasn't healed properly, perhaps you should pick it. Pick a fight with whatever it is that's been disturbing you, scary as that might be, because it may be that you have some unfinished business with pieces of your past that will continue to cut you until you've put the pieces together.
When you're ready, open your eyes. See you next time.